91 laps. Another 10 will have a completed race should the rains come back and be too heavy to allow us to continue this evening. Although, as Larry says, they'll make every effort they can to go complete 200 laps. Oh, a crash, a yellow, the third of the evening. We see 1, 2, 3 cars involved. And that comes on lap 93.
Wow.
And we see that the number 17 of Simmons is involved.
He's one of
the 55 of Matsuura. See the right side, front right's been ripped off that one. The nose is gone. And there's the 22 of Foyt.
Yeah, all three of those.
3-car crash on lap 93. And there's the onboard from, well, no, that's Sharp. Wasn't that the Sharp car 8? We've got 2 cars painted very similar.
Could
the
be,
ethanol
yeah,
number
both
17 and the Sharp number 8. But I think we had the onboard with Sharp. And if we can start to zoom in on that, I think we're talking about Sharp and number 8. No, that's the ethanol car. That's 17. That's how we called it to begin with. But I can't see from my point here, is there a 4th car involved down there someplace?
I only see the 3. It appears like all the drivers are getting out of the cars.
That's Matsuura. He's maybe explaining what happened out there.
He says, I want to go back to the pits, and the guy said, no, you got to wait and get in the ambulance.
There's young AJ.
And these things happen. They always want them to at least get in the ambulance right back to the center. Anytime you make contact with the wall, they want you to make
You're going to take a little ride back to the infield care center.
Because the adrenaline gets to flowing, and no matter what, there's Tony George, the owner of the team there that AJ Foyt was involved in.
So a 3-car crash, and the field is now being brought through the pit lane, but the pits I don't believe are open.
No.
As you take a look, now this is on board with Jeff Simmons. And he loses it by himself, goes to the wall, and there goes Matsuura. Oh, it was almost head on. It was almost a head-on collision as he spun up into the path of Matsuura, and then Foyt had no place to go and got tangled up in it. So very good that all 3 drivers are okay when you saw that initial impact of those 2 cars. So our 3rd yellow of the evening involving Jeff Simmons, who lost control and then took out the 55 of Matsuura. And then young AJ, there's AJ. He's okay walking back to the safety car. And he got collected. So we're on lap 95 under yellow, the 3rd yellow of the evening. All 3 drivers involved. That's a good looking driving suit he's got on.
It is.
Unusual driving suit, but good looking. And all 3 drivers are okay, but they'll have to take a ride back to the infield care center for the checkup. Want to salute Dr. Henry Bach, who for many years was the medical director of the Indy Racing League and the Indianapolis Motor Speedway, and a heck of a race fan, but a great doctor, and has done a lot of work with the crashes and the crash wall telemetry on these cars, and every wreck was studied by Dr. Henry Bach, and he was the one that helped to with the University of Nebraska to develop that safer wall, safer barrier. But he retired. He retired at the end of last season.
Yeah, and he's sure sitting at home right now watching this and enjoying it very much, not having to jump in that crash truck and run out to the first crash of the year. So they'll wait until they get the cars cleared off of the front straightaway and they can run out on the racetrack before they open the pits.
Mike Ollinger is the, I'm sorry, Larry, I was saying Mike Ollinger is the new medical director that took over for Dr. Henry Bach last fall. On board with Thomas Schechter. They've been going through the pit lane because the accident was along the front straightaway. So you see that Dan Weldon is still in first position. They've completed 95 laps, and he has led all but 8 this evening. So with the exceptions of the yellows that have bunched the field, he's generally been out about 2 seconds on Sam Hornish, and sometimes 4 to 5 seconds in the 3rd place.
Yeah. After that last pit stop, though, Hornish had closed it up and was running much closer to him. He ran very close to him in the very first segment, and then he was running close to him again in the last segment. But certainly he wasn't running faster than Dan Weldon, and that's all Weldon really cares about at this point.
Well, you can see that the safety crew out there picking up shards of fiberglass and bits and pieces of race cars, and I would hope that we get another replay of that, because when Simmons lost it and spun around, it was almost a head-on collision when Matsuura came up there.
Yeah, Matsuura just he did a good job. He clipped him, but he didn't run into him head-on, which could have been a very bad thing. You still see pieces laying out there on the racetrack. They haven't got them all cleaned up yet. So.
And I'm not sure if Mansour had really time to react or to try to guide the car to the south of that, to the left. But now watch. Okay, we're going to go from Sharp's point of view. This is Sharp. There's the spin. There's the impact.
Simmons just. They were both.
You see the yellow goes on immediately. See the back of that car.
Yeah.
Now here is on board with Simmons. Now watch. He loses the rear. The rear comes. This is a very loose condition. The rear comes around. Now watch as he spins around and watch Mansour almost hit him head on. Clips his right front. Now watch. Now that's how close it was.
Yeah.
Apparently Mansour was able to turn to the left just a bit because he could have hit that wheel and gotten that car airborne.
Yeah.